with the TruScan system, is it pulling historic data from a site, or is it storing, like, is it pulling data from everywhere? Like, is it a giant database of data, like, that's cross-referencing with other, like, through the AI systems and things like that?
No, so the TruScan simply collects data from whatever is fed into it.
Right.
So if you're working on a site and you are working on an active drill program, then you're feeding, core that's been drilled directly into the into the TruScan system, so that you can get your elemental geochemistry results, by the next day.
Mm-hmm.
To insert that into your logging, into your models, however that gets used. We certainly can scan historic core, but the TruScan itself simply collects the data. Well, it's an instrument that will analyze whatever core is being put into it.
I kind of want to understand, again,
Yeah.
some of these we've already touched on with Veracio, but it sort of begs touching on it a few more times, because you've got to, well, one, there'll be different people watching it,
Yeah.
but also as people understand the technology more, those questions need to kind of get re-asked to kind of reconfirm things. Is um, how is it done? All that is getting now poured into TruScan,
Yeah.
all that technology, how was it done in comparison before? Was there
Right.
3 different labs that this would go off to? Was there 3 different technologies spread out over 3 different trailers? I'm just trying to get a picture of what they were doing before.
Exactly. So, what the XRF gives is it gives near real time elemental data off of your drill core.
Yeah.
The normal procedure is core is drilled, and the half the core is processed or logged, and the data, half the core, is crushed and sent off to the labs for traditional geochemical analysis.
Right.
That can take quite a while. Unless you have a lab on site, you can be waiting weeks to months for your geochemical data to be returned. So by using a TruScan system, it's not necessarily replacing all of the traditional assays you may do, although you may not need to do a full suite of your traditional geochemical assays, but you get that data in hand, by the next day.
Right.
You can the geologists on site can use that data to start to make real time calls. Are we going to keep drilling this hole? Are we going to kill this hole? Are we heading towards ore? Do we need to reevaluate what we're doing? So it's giving the data to the geologists in near real time.
Yeah. I mean, potentially just the amount of efficiency, money, all that can be saved just
Yeah,
within a real-time decision, as opposed to let's wait however long. I don't know how
exactly.
long.
Yeah.
I've heard some stories of stuff being very backed up before.
Yes, things in certain parts of the world. I mean, it is variable, but when you have to wait 6 months for your lab assays,
Yeah.
yeah, that's significant.
Yeah. I mean, and imagine, I mean, 5 years from now, that would just be, it would be like now, Veracio, I mean, you're doing, is it operating globally? Like
Yes.
the
Yeah.
TruScan system, is it out on site globally already?
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. It's been like I said. I think the system has been operational for several years. They've had great success stories. Currently operating, Australia, Canada, South America, Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're lots of sites.
And the technician brings the unit actually comes on site with technicians, right?
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're doing it on you're it's this isn't a rent a trailer system or something like that.
No,
No.
it's a service.
Yeah.
So in some circumstances, if the clients want to be involved and they want to sort of train up some of their own people to operate it, that certainly is a model that Veracio can work with. But certainly it comes with the it's really the core prep involvement is important. So it's important to get that piece of the puzzle right. So you need the technicians on site to make sure the core is dry and clean and it's going to be fed into the systems correctly.